Hello, hi, everybody. Welcome to my Facebook Live. As you are joining me, please let me know if you are live or you're watching the replay. Today, I was reading a story, and I thought that I should really share this story. So the story is called The Freedom Parrot. There was a man, a great man, a freedom fighter, if you would, that he was traveling. At night, he actually stays at a caravansary, and he was surprised because at the caravansary, he notices a parrot in a golden cage that is continually screaming out, "Freedom, freedom," right? So he thinks to himself, he goes, you know what, I've traveled a lot of places and I've actually seen a lot of parrots in the cage, and I often thought to myself that, they probably don't want to be in the cage. They want to get out of the cage, right? So he had an idea. In the middle of the night, when the owner was fast asleep and everybody else was asleep, he gets up. He opens the cage door, and he whispers to the parrot, "Get out." But the parrot doesn't move, and he's clinging to the bars of the cage, right? So he turns around to him. He goes, "Hey, this is your chance. This is your opportunity. Remember, freedom, freedom. Get out. The whole sky is yours. You can go out." But he's still surprised because the parrot was clinging on to the cage bars so hard, right? So he goes, "Are you mad? Do you not remember?" So he tries to reach in the cage and pull the parrot out, but he starts to peck at him, right? So he's more stubborn than the parrot, obviously, because he's a freedom fighter of a man. So he reaches out, he pulls the parrot out, and he throws him into the sky. And he takes off. He goes, he looks at his hand, is all hurt, but he feels good about it because he finally feels like he let his soul out, free, right? So he goes to sleep. As he goes to sleep, and the next day, as he's waking up, he hears the parrot calling out, "Freedom, freedom," right? And he's thinking, oh, he's probably sitting on the window or the tree, right? So as he gets up and goes out, he notices that the parrot is in the cage and the door is open. Now, how many of us relate to the parrot? How many of us go all day, complain about our situation, our jobs, our families, our relatives, our relationships, no money, too many bills, and we constantly complain? And how many of us, when we're faced with an opportunity, a helping hand and a caring heart, we continue to stay in the cage and we don't take that hand? We don't accept it. We reject it, right? I read this story today and I had to share it with you because it really hit home for me. I related to the parrot because for so long I was in the cage and I was kind of lost. I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do or what's going on, right, with the world. And I finally had to take that risk and step out, right? So I'm asking you for a favor. Tonight, when you go to bed, I want you to think about this story. And I want you to really let it sink in, okay? And tomorrow, if you happen to relate to the parrot, tomorrow, if you're faced with an opportunity, a helping hand, a caring heart, I want you to get out of the cage. And I want you to take that chance. step out in faith. That's the risk, right? Because we don't know what we don't know. And you know what? The whole sky could be yours. But the first step is you got to get out of the cage, right? Hopefully you got some value from this short Facebook Live. Remember, sharing is caring. If you feel that somebody needs to hear this story, or you feel like they need to hear the story, go ahead and tag their name in the comments. And again, as you join me and you're watching this, let me know if you watch this live or if you watch this replay, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. And shout out to all the ones that joined me on this Facebook Live. Until the next time.